Hi everyone, welcome to another episode. For this one, I am doing it's a review for the big game that took place this past weekend in the Rugby World Cup. Scotland, the game of Scotland versus the Springboks. So this game was played in Marseille, France. Yeah, it's a beautiful stadium, beautiful setting, packed. Yeah, it was beautiful. I think this was a big game for Pool B. I can say it was almost just a decider. It's a decider for Pool B because these are teams that potentially could go through either Scotland, South Africa, and then there's another one which is Ireland. And both these teams are in the top 5 in world rankings, so it was going to be very competitive coming to this game. We know that these guys were going to have a go with each other because they are very good in what they do. Yeah, so it was SA who had an upper hand in the start of this game. They started very well, South Africa. Yeah, they won. There was a scrum, the first scrum in the game, and they won the scrum penalty, the Springboks. The Scottish tight head, Zana Ferguson, was penalized. I don't know what he did. I think there was a knee on the floor. I'm not sure what he did. I think it was a knee on the floor from him, and the Boks won the scrum penalty, and number 10 opted for a kick, Libok, and I think he scored those 3 points there for the Springboks. Yeah, so after this penalty, the game remained in balance most of the time. It wasn't balanced, especially in the first quarter of the first half. The Bok defense was very good, though. It was very good. It was very aggressive. Their tackles were ferocious. They were very ferocious also in the rucks. There were a lot of counter rucks that the Springboks came to this game with. There was a lot of intensity from them. Yeah, they were killing the ball at the source. Scottish ball at the source was killed. Yeah, they were not allowing Scotland to have that quick ball they like. So it's either they were killing their space in defense or they were killing them in the source. Yeah, it was very disruptive. Really not really allowing the Scots to play their game as they like to. The Boks they were excellent. They were great. Yeah, but Scotland also were not lying down. They were trying things. But they were not really getting any chances to threaten the Springboks. So the Scots found themselves in this other play inside our 22, but they didn't convert. They failed to convert to any points because they ended up committing a penalty, and this allowed the Springboks to exit from the 22 easily. The same thing happened. Mirat and the Springboks found themselves inside the Scots 22, but also they ended up conceding a penalty themselves. So you could see that it was very balanced by this time, the game. Still, it was balanced. There was no one who was doing anything major on the other. Yeah, the teams were not doing anything major on each other. So yeah, on the brink of halftime, the Scots finally won the penalty. They got a penalty close to the halfway line, and they won the penalty. They won the scrum penalty there, and the number 10, Finn Russell, opted to kick for 3 points and slotted it in beautifully for Scotland. So now by this time I was a bit worried by this penalty because now the second scrum also it followed, and then we also lost that scrum because I was getting worried now because of the front row. Yeah, we can't allow Scotland to bully us like that in the scrums. So after this penalty, the game went to the halftime. The Boks were 6 points and Scotland with 3 points. So the first half really was just Scotland and South Africa. I think Scotland really did well to hold the Boks. I think they really did well to hold the Boks, to compete with the Boks. But they didn't threaten the Boks though on anything. They didn't threaten the Boks on anything. Also, the Boks really, yeah, they didn't score any try in the first half. There were no major scores in the first half. Only thing I was worried about from the first half was that that scrum penalty we considered to Scotland. Yeah, but when the second half came, the Springboks started really well in the second half. The same front row that I was worried about from the first half was different now, because they won the scrum penalty. They won the scrum penalty here, and from the scrum penalty they built a very good play now. Yeah, which led to a try from Peter Steph du Toit. Yeah, but the lead up to this try was very Springbok-like, pure muscle, hard direct carries, getting over the advantage line. Mostert, Sia, and Vis were just so immense in this build-up. Yeah, Scotland couldn't deal with this wave of the Springboks. They were just retreating. Yeah, they were not dealing it very well, because every time the ball the Springboks were carrying, they were punching holes in that Scottish defense. Every time they had the ball, they're punching holes. So Scotland were just conceding as real estate, conceding, up until Peter Steph du Toit crashed over their try line and scored this try. Yeah, it was very terrifying, actually. I mean, yeah, you know, when you're watching your own nation, but you're still terrified, like, wow, these guys, like, it was so scary. The way they were so vicious in these carries leading up to this try was just devastating for Scotland. Really, you could see even psychologically, you could see they started to look at each other. They were very confused. They looked very shaken after this try, the Scots, because they knew they couldn't stop the Springboks. Yeah. So they tried to do something, the Scots here, but inside our 22, but now the ball got turned over and the Boks again attacked Scotland, and in open play, number 10, Lippok, did like a crossfield kick and found Cadley Arendse in free space on the right hand side, and Arendse finished it. He was not gonna miss that. Arendse finished it well. Good score from the Springbok. Yeah, you see again now, it's second try. And yeah, Scotland, by this try, you're thinking Scotland are gone now. Like, they are gone, they're finished. Because now they are not, then also the time also, yeah. So after this try, the Scots tried to resist, to form some resistance of their own. But they tried to claw back to the game, but the issue was their scrums were very bad. The scrums and lineouts. If your set piece in the game of rugby, test rugby, if your set piece are not working, scrums and lineouts, you can't launch anything. You cannot launch anything. You can't. Really, you can't. So you need to make sure that the lineouts and the scrums are working well so that you can launch like a launch pad. So these were not working for Scotland, and they were suffering badly, Shem. They were suffering. They never looked like they was going to score a try here. They never looked like scoring. Yeah, every attempt, they were trying to launch any attempt. There was time when they had line breaks on the side, but every time they were breaking the line, the Springboks would quickly reform and shut down and shut down the space. Yeah, so they were struggling. That's what they were really struggling. Boks brought in some substitutes, and one of these guys, Grant Williams, was superb when he came in. He nearly scored on a break, nearly scored a try, but he was ankle tapped by Finn Russell, and then the Scots managed to defend that. Yeah, so the Scots struggled here. They never showed any threats to the Springboks. There were only a few line breaks they had. Apart from that, there was nothing else they could show, really. It was just a clean domination in the second half, especially. That's why I'm very impressed with this win from the Springboks, because Scotland don't mind being behind. They like chasing games, which means in the second half, they usually come back very strong. Yeah, but the Springboks really never allowed them to sniff at anything. They just took the whole game and bossed it. So yeah, the full time came and the game was over. Scotland 3 points, Springboks 18 points. Yeah, it was brilliant, guys. It was brilliant. It was very entertaining. Typical Springbok game. They just squeezed Scotland. Sia Collins was impressive. His dynamic carries, his leadership, rallying his people around him. He was brilliant. Manie Lippok was man of the match. Yeah, he was very good. He looked good. He looked comfortable. He missed a few kicks, but overall he was good. He's starting to look very comfortable in that position. Faf de Klerk played really well. I was really impressed with him. He played really well. Yeah. Also the wings, Cadley Arendse and Lippok were very good in defense. They were coming out very nicely. yeah, they were just doing so well, Springboks. I was really impressed with the guys. So yeah, well done to the Boks. Sad luck to the Scots. I think Scotland can bounce back in the other games and they can redeem themselves. But yeah, it's not looking good for them. Yeah, guys, enjoy your evening. Yeah, thanks a lot.